Are you struggling with meeting people at your level? In fact, your friends are saying, hey, why do you keep dating down? Well, stay tuned because I'm going to share some tips that are going to help you level up in dating. And for more tips on how to take charge of your love life, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. But before we jump in, let's talk about why it may be hard for you to level up when it comes to dating. Why you've met people that maybe you've had to rescue, had to fix, and it comes from a lot of poor family influences. So if you grew up in a home that there was chaos or dysfunction, and you saw one of your parents settle or constantly rescue their partner, there's a high chance that you may elicit the same behavior of what you saw growing up. As children, we learn from what we see and we interpret things, and we may unconsciously interpret that relationships require rescuing, hardship in order to thrive and survive. But that's obviously one narrative, and it's not true for all of us, right? Just because we experienced it or we saw it growing up doesn't mean that story actually applies to us. And we can recreate our own love story, one that's healthy, one that's connective. So let's talk about the tips on how you can level up on your dating life. First, I want you to make a list of non-negotiables. These are your boundaries in relationships. This is what you require in order to make you happy in a relationship. It's between what's okay and what's not okay. And too many of us fall for that chemistry connection and we lose sight of our own boundaries. And so it's important to have clarity of what that looks like before you date. Now, most of my clients, they have about 10 to 15 of them when we work through fleshing them out. If you only have 3 or 100, then we need to talk. That's a red flag that you're not super clear about your non-negotiables. The second thing I want you to do is pay attention to who you surround yourself with. They say that we become the average of the 5 people we surround ourselves with. So think about your friends. Are they people that you want to mentor you? Are they people that you respect? Are they people that you want to actually be influenced by? Your friends subconsciously influence you. So you need to ask yourself, do I respect these people enough that I would be fine with them influencing me on the decisions that I make in life? And if you can't say yes to that, then you need to reevaluate your circle of friends. Find people that can mentor you and help you grow into the person that you want to be. Tip number 3 is so powerful. It's about being the chooser and not waiting to be chosen. So many of us let life happen to us where, we want to take the path of least resistance, where the person chooses us so we won't get rejected. But then you find out this person doesn't carry the values that you carry. They can't even meet your non-negotiables. They can't meet your needs. And you find yourself frustrated trying to change them, morph them into what you want. And that's not fair to them. At this point, you get to be the chooser. You need to slow down, vet the person to see if they have your core values, your non-negotiables, your life vision, and that you both align in your beliefs about the world. When those parts are aligned, you will have more of a harmonious relationship rather than a lot of conflict. Number 4 is to focus on self-compassion and self-acceptance. Listen, if you have low self-worth, if you were conditioned to think that you were nothing, all right, you are going to, unfortunately, like attracts like, attract people that treat you the way you feel. So we want you to actually focus on changing the narrative. Speak to yourself as you would speak to someone that you loved. There's more self-acceptance and compassion that you can give yourself, right? And I'm talking about those moments where you do something and you know you made a mistake. Instead of saying, God, you're so stupid, stop and say, you know what? You made a mistake like everybody else does. That's the level of intention that I want you to have when you're speaking to yourself. And I want you to pull out a paper and write down 5 compliments and 5 things that you really love about yourself, all right? Every single day for at least 30 days. This way you can condition to change your narrative to speak more kindly to yourself. And in turn, when you speak kindly to yourself, you will attract someone that speaks the same way. That's the way you'll level up. And finally, my biggest thing in life are finding mentors and role models. So what do I mean by that? Go find clubs or groups or communities that elicit the level that you want to be, right? Instead of sitting in your house doing nothing, go out and find that community and be around them. Again, you become the average of the 5 people you surround yourself with. Well, deliberately surround yourself with quality people so you can be subconsciously influenced by them and level up yourself. All right, I want to hear from you. What are some of your struggles? What are some of your challenges? Or what are some of your wins? Leave the comments below. I look forward to hearing from you. And if you need support, visit amythedatingcoach.com. I have private coaching and workshops there to support you in your journey to find love. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I'll see you in the next video.